Pista is Italian for track, but it can also mean dance floor. All right. That's enough. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista Spider gets my dander up to the optimal level to hit the pista. Coming straight out of Giallo Modena, Italy, this $900,000 Aperta is so much more than a Pista coupe with a peel-back roof. Except for the Spider's open-air possibilities. The coupe and the Spider aesthetically look almost the same. The chassis is formed from a lightweight aluminum monocoque, 11 aluminum alloys, and a splash of magnesium combined to make the space frame of the topless wonder just as rigid as the coupe. No shortage of national pride here, as you've got the Italian flag colors just above the Ferrari's nameplate on the engine cover, and just about everywhere else. If you get caught rubbernecking this exotic's behind, it won't let you know its name. No model moniker on its buttress, it expects you to know by its circular lights complexes and racing-style brake lights that it is a sophisticated machina. If you don't recognize the stallion just by looking, maybe you don't deserve to know. The front double splitters keep those red-hot radiators cooler than jazz bands and feed air into the vortex generators. That rids the underside of the body of pesky air pressure and increases downforce. My favorite piece of innovation? The under-over intake, which takes in air here under the grille through the S-duct and exits here on the hood, keeping you hard-pressed on the street. They call this the floating wing effect. The top intake directs air through the car and comes out where the rear lights are, leaving a little bit of oxygen for the turbochargers. Like a single parent working 2 jobs, the Aperta's carbon fiber hood can hold itself up on its own. No need for a pole. And like a single parent working 2 jobs, it's got no room for baggage in its frunk. There's only room for a baby. Not that you would put a baby in there.
Don't laugh at that, that's more sad than funny.
Like a limousine divider window, you can lower the back window with the touch of a button and let the air, engine, and bird sounds in. The Ferrari engineers probably stole this idea from the Honda del Sol. Inside this Ferrari, you have these Alcantara signature seats. Alcantara is used as a flame retardant driver seat covering material for Formula One race cars, including the Williams Formula One 2011 FW33 car. It makes an appearance in the 488 Aperta as well, covering the seats, giving it race car functionality and that nice lifestyle car look. It's also 50% lighter than leather, more environmentally friendly, more durable, gives better grip, and is more breathable. Before you start it up, take a look around at the fine stitching and the leather on the dash. At this level, looks are everything. This dash's finish will please posers and aficionados alike. You gotta love this missile launcher type carbon fiber enclosure for this holy trinity of buttons: launch, reverse, and automatic. The carbon fiber steering wheel houses all of the fun stuff. The horn, the seemingly forbidden bright red push to start button, the turn signals, and the windshield wipers. The choose your own adventure dial, also known as the Manettino, lets you select either wet, sport, or race modes. Nowhere near as many buttons as a Ferrari F1 wheel, but it does give you a taste of what Schumacher and Leclerc have to work with. Just like in a Ferrari F1 car, you sit in fixed seats where Ferrari has deemed optimal for the weight distribution. With so much on your mind, how can you recline anyway? The steering wheel and pedals are to be adjusted to your height. While moving at up to 25 miles per hour, you can drop the top and let your bald spot feel the kiss of the sun and let your mistress bathe in the moonlight. The transformation is as show-stopping as its speed and only takes about as long as it takes to microwave a bagel at 14 seconds. The rear engine cover pops up real nice and all on its own. The engine bay is a little smaller than a lot of Ferraris and is finished in carbon. The 2019 engine is 3.9 liters, a 0.1 liter enlargement over the 2016, 2017, and 2018's Engine of the Year editions. Tweaks that include titanium alloy turbos to leave turbo lag in the past where it belongs, and an upgrade to SSC2 or Slide Slip Control 2 have rendered the 2019 9% more responsive than its predecessors, all the while rendering the prancing horse tameable for the non-pro driver. Its twin-turbo V8 is a derivative of the engine coming from the 488 Challenge and 488 GT race car and gets you from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Scarier than that, its flat-plane crankshaft pushes you up to 125 miles per hour in 8 seconds. Considering Ferrari's 1975 Dino 308 GT4 did 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. This is a testament to Ferrari's commitment to improvement. The coupe does run a hair faster as it is a little lighter, but of course you lose some sun and moonlight. You could top out at an impressive 211 miles per hour with the top down, sending your toupee into a minivan's windshield. But people finding out you're bald will be the least of your concerns, as you'll be all smiles and incapable of talking softly at that speed.
I don't like this thing! And here's what I'm doing with it!
Its 710 plus horsepower engine uniquely resonates that Ferrari sound. Like Kim and Kanye, the V8 becomes a power couple in the Pista as it is in bed with a 7-speed twin-clutch transmission. Carbon ceramic brakes come standard, so you can domesticate this beast. You can also click the little lever to CT off or traction control off to disable the F1 track system while stability control stays in effect. When you move into a drift, it brakes the individual wheels as needed while monitoring the throttle as you slide. Move the dial over to ESC off and it's goodbye stability and traction control. So you can slide around like an old school stock car. Look, I'm not your friend, but even I'll tell you, if you haven't competed in a Grand Prix, don't do that.
Oh, wait, Luke! It's too dangerous!
When you think of drifting, you think of Nissans, Mazdas, and Toyotas. But now the Euro supercars are getting in on the action. Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer, the new lateral stability control system, debuted in the Spider. When you go into a slide, the Enhancer pinches the brakes on the individual wheels or axis, so your movie-style slides stay relatively controlled. The new 2022 Land Rover Defender's dynamic mode in its Terrain Response 2 is very similar. Safe, predictable drifts in a kind of controllable oversteer can make an average driver feel like a stuntman, as well as looking like a kid sliding on ice in the street. Looking out of control while being in complete control might make onlookers think that you're Dom Toretto. Not a bad feeling. This is the 50th iteration of a crop top Ferrari has ever made. Ever since the Targa top version of the 308 GTB, the GTS, Ferrari has had a rich tradition of open-air V8s. You can see the Pista's nod to the GTB in the crease line here. This makes its way to the scallops on the door, guiding air to the intakes. Ferrari was a purely removable hardtop brand until 1993, when Mariah Carey was queen of pop and the 348 Spider got the retractable soft top. 2011 gave us the 458 Italia Spider, the first Spider ever to have a retractable hardtop, and the first Ferrari to be featured in a Transformers movie. For the official lineage, the 488 Pista Aperta replaces the 458 Speciale Aperta, which is a descendant of the Scuderia Spider 16M. The LaFerrari Aperta was capped at 210 models, and the 458 Speciale and 16M at 499 models. The 488 Aperta Spider had no cap, no official number from Ferrari, but it had been speculated that there might be about 1,000 of these lurking around. Like for the PS5, there are many scalpers out there looking to resell and auction off this 2-year-old car for double its MSRP at $900,000 and more. As of 2019, or as many remember it, the last year before COVID, the 488 model has been replaced by the F8 Tributo. The camera has a love affair with the Aperta, as you can see it in shows like Hawaii Five-0, Magnum PI, and Blackish, and is always used by characters living life to the fullest. Being apex predators, there are a few places we can go to truly express our emotions. Work? No. At parties. You might get thrown out. Home? Only in the shower. But in a car, it's a sacred place to unleash the dragon. Something about people only being able to see you for a blur. It's liberating. The Ferrari G-Force can help you let it all out. To paraphrase the Bee Gees, driving this car makes me feel emotion taking me over. Arrivederci, miei amici. Don't stop dancing.